Hey buddy, it's Invicta. It's time to lead and run here, the Binding of Isaac Victa Repentance series. Happy Tuesday, Mosh Pit. We did have another video across 3,000 likes from last week, which now puts us at 15 away from this Invicta challenge, which is going to, again, be a combination of the No Seas challenge and a couple other random fun bits thrown in there just for your entertainment. Not mine, but for your entertainment. So here's your incredible picture of the day. This one sent in by Mantau 725 on Reddit. Title of the thread was, "Guys, I found it." And then in the thread, they also said, "Guys, I found the wafer. I can finally take half damage." Yeah, it was only a matter of time before that one happens. I like these kind of like real-life Isaac pictures, though, so keep sending them in. Go over to the Invicta subreddit, or you can submit them on our meme channel on our Discord for those of you who are not already joined. Go check it out. It's a great place to be. Thank you very much, Mantau. So I think it's Mantau. Ooh, CJ is going to be X-Ray Juliet Whiskey Alpha Lima Golf Lima Zulu. We've got the Candy Heart start here. Sorry, I'm switching the windows real quick on the other monitor. So we got Candy Heart start, and we also have Doctor's Remote, which is going to be combined with Ghost Bombs, which, yeah, you know, it might be okay. Ooh, this is tempting right here. For us to get 3 taps on, potentially even more than that, on a Sack Room Shuffle early on here would be great, especially for considering the fact that there is a couple of hearts that exists. So what Candy Heart does, it gives you permanent stat upgrades for every red heart HP that you recover. Whether it is a full heart or half heart, it doesn't matter. You'll still always get a some kind of recovery. And I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna send it. Sorry, Soul Heart, but you know, gotta do what we gotta do. We get a penny here. We're starting off with not bad base stats, to be honest. Our tears rate could definitely use a little bit of help, but everything other than that is fine. In fact, better than fine. 3.75 is above average damage. 1.11 movement speed is above average movement speed. Shot speed is also slightly above average. Range, who cares about range? So yeah, let's see what this is going to do here. We get movement speed and shot speed. Sure, take it. And let's go ahead and see if we can get one more chest here. That one gave us a tears rate upgrade and more range anyway, so yeah, that's some good eats right there. Very good eats. I wouldn't mind getting the half-price blue Candida, but I am going to buy this one. And look at that, we got a damage and luck rating upgrade. So, brother, sister, I'm happy with this. Sign me the heck up. I am going to use Doctor's Remote here just to get the the key and the penny here. Then, of course, I do want a full charge before we get to the boss. It's just going to make it easier. I thought that Ghost Bombs synergized with Doctor's Remote. Apparently, it doesn't. Excuse me. Also got another red heart there. We could potentially get even more here with these poop piles. So, yeah, all hands on deck for this one. This is a very good start for us. I'm just honestly stoked that we have like a not crap tears rating to begin with here. Wow, look at that. Another red heart. Dude, I'm telling you, this is feeling different than other runs here. We're looking at something potentially special already. Already on a Tuesday. I know that we've done a couple of greed runs on the last couple of Tuesdays. Obviously, we had that horrible, I mean, god-awful greed run 2 weeks ago. And then last week, we had, of course, the most broken greed run. So, look at that. We got another half heart. All right, let's go beat the boss real quick. Let's see if we get ourselves an HP upgrade, because this will also determine whether or not we're going to be able to heal up essentially back to full and get even more taps on the Sack Room, or the Sack Room Shuffle. Yeah, apparently Ghost Bombs do not synergize with Doctor's Remote. That is news to me. Let Spooky Bombs kind of do its thing and go towards the wrong targets. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Look at that damage there. We don't even need to be firing at Little Horn. We do get an HP upgrade and also another half heart. So we could be looking at a potential devil deal here on floor 1. Or potential angel deal, in fact. Let's see. Okay, so we have a 33% chance to get teleported to the angel room. And that would be pretty massive. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this. We're going to get this red heart HP upgrade now, which is going to heal us back to full. And obviously give us another red heart container. And then we are going to tap 2 more times. That should maybe... How incredible would that be if we just get taken all the way? And oh my goodness, look at this. Getting Holy Mantle. Good lord, man. Cool. On top of us gaining permanent stat upgrades from Candy Heart, we're now also getting Angel Deal items from this play. This is great. We got another damage upgrade, another shot speed upgrade, and luck rating. And we're still 2 taps away here. Walk out, walk back in, just so we don't have to worry about getting hit by the bombs. Now that we have Holy Mantle to. And yeah, we are going to get a full round of taps on the Sac Room Shuffle, so that is absolutely massive. Got more luck there and more movement speed. This is incredible. I mean, it may not look anything normal. It may not look exciting to the regular viewer, but this is like an insane amount of value that we just got right here. Insane. I mean, we did a full Sac Room Shuffle on floor 1 with minimal HP and ended up coming away with a whole lot of stats and holy freaking mantle. I am going to take the red candle or a blue candle here as well, just because it's just going to be better off. It's going to be better for our DPS overall. I think the super secret room is here, and even though it would be nice to have a like a way to save a bomb here and there, blue candle is going to just give us overall more damage and better boss killing ability. We got a tears upgrade there from that half heart. Man, oh man, oh man. We even get a golden hollow heart. Is that going to give us 2 hearts? Yeah, it's going to give us 2 bone hearts on the next floor. Dude, this is absolutely insane. This is total. I've never seen a start like this synergize so well with what we've gotten. I have no idea where our secret room is. It could be here, I guess. Yeah, this is total insanity right here. I mean, I can't even speak properly. Like, I'm so like just blown away with how insanely good this start has been for having Candy Heart, and on top of that, getting a full Sac Room Shuffle. Man, sign me up for this floor every time. So it took us a long while to get here, but we are on floor 2 now. Again, after a really impressive start, and we're only going to get stronger here with us having Holy Mantle and now 28 cents. I don't care about blank card, but I will take the. We don't need the key. We can wait on that. So going over to last week's question of the episode, this one came in from JSwizzle8674. Who said, question of the episode, if you could take one Isaac item in real life, what would it be? There were a lot of really creative answers that people were posting in the comments for this one, in the replies. Some people said Rock Bottom, other people said Diplopia, someone said Pyromaniac or PhD, which I thought was a pretty funny answer. But for me personally, if I had to choose one and only one, I would take probably Revelation. Because obviously you get to fly whenever you want to. And on top of that, you get like a white beam of death. So in case you have to, like, you know, save. I mean, you're essentially Superman at that point. Like, you're not indestructible, but you're definitely, like, you know, you're going to be pretty much untouchable by most people without some kind of, like, superpower to counter you. Yeah, I would take Revelation because, like, I want the flying, right? And I want to have a white beam of death whenever, like, if I'm being threatened or if something's got to get saved or something like that. I wouldn't use it for evil. I wouldn't be just attacking people and stuff, or just going after people who I don't like. I would use the power for good. But I think it would be amazing to be able to fly whenever you want. It'd be like one of my dreams, man. I'm one of those lucid dreamers. Like, when I'm dreaming, I know that I'm dreaming at the time, so like I can control stuff. And it's a lot of fun. There are some times where, like, I don't readily realize that I'm dreaming in a dream, but eventually I do realize it, like, over the course of however long the dream is, like, and that's when stuff gets fun. Like, especially if it's like not necessarily like a fun dream or not a bad dream. It's just like, you know, I want to spice things up a little bit. You know, I want to start flying. I start imagining like someone needs saving, or there's like a monster that's got to be fought. that sort of stuff. So I think Revelation would help me achieve that goal. Someone also said rock bottom, which I thought was pretty funny. Michael Cheney, 5909, said rock bottom, no negatives. Okay, well, we've gotten a lot of HP now, but I'm ready. I'm ready to start getting some other stats here, game. I will say really quickly, I do have a delivery coming in about another, looks like 20 minutes or so. So I will have to pause the recording just to go grab them because, yeah, got some frozen stuff being delivered, and it is way too hot outside to let your frozen groceries be just sitting out there melting. Here, get ourselves a Guppy's Paw. There's no reason for us to use it. In fact, there's actually not a good reason to use it because we have another Sacrum Shuffle down here, and I am going to look for hearts so we can fill up these bone hearts. And I got to say, the golden bone heart or golden hollow heart is pretty OP. I mean, you're getting a 2 HP upgrade every single floor, dude. That's massive. And on top of all that, you're getting empty heart containers, not just full heart containers. So if we happen to find more red hearts, we're going to be able to fill those and get permanent stats thanks to candy hearts. So everything, this is like an ultimate synergy run. This is like everything you would ever want in a run to be catered towards, like an item that is already good and just makes it even better. Dude, I don't know how many times I'm getting tagged by creep lately on the ground here. It happened a lot yesterday too, which is kind of annoying. Like, obviously we've got Holy Mantle and it's not a problem, it's just annoying. Yeah, we'll take Steam Sale, we'll take Champion Belt here, it's gonna give us more damage. We also get a Red Heart, which gave us another Tears upgrade. We'll grab this. I was hoping there's gonna be a heart in there, but there were 2 keys and one lucky penny. I'm actually not gonna take that soul heart right now. There's no reason to, and we actually want to try to get rid of these bone hearts. Not get rid of them, but use them for tapping on the Sacrum Shuffle. More money. You know, man, we're absolutely crushing it on this run. I haven't seen a run start this hot in a long time, and we don't have really any any of those premier items, you know. We just have really good synergies happening right now. That's just making this run an absolute joy to play for once. Like, normally we're not this jazzed up by Catacombs 1. We're usually like, you know, oh boy, 10, 11 minutes in here, we're looking bad. Not this time, brother. Purgatory. I'll take Purgatory. Even though it does kind of slightly lower our effectiveness for the Sacrum Shuffle on this floor, it's still okay. We have more than enough HP to get a full round of tapping here. And there's no reason to go into the big room because we've already seen all the special rooms here. So we are going to sacrifice a fair bit amount of HP and soul hearts, but this is definitely going to be worth it. Remember, we just get all these back anyway, so this is really no consequence at all. Our tears rate went up because we have Purity, and it procced the blue aura, which is the tears upgrade. Again, I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take that soul heart because there's no reason to. We're going to get a full round of tapping anyway before we're done here, and there's no reason just simply waste a soul heart like that. And especially when we get a whole lot more. Look at that. Absolutely yeeted on this run already. We are yoked out. Yeah, we've got good amount of money. We've got building stats here and a really crazy good trinket. This is all systems go. Curse the Maze instantly takes us to another Sacrum Shuffle, which, I mean, we might as well do it. Like, if the game's going to give us these opportunities to get better, like, take them, you know? I mean, the heck with boss rush right now, there's just no, we don't need a boss rush. We got everything that we ever wanted to get on. The game's given us all the tools that we need to succeed on this run. Now, that's not to say that I'm not going to try to get any better, of course, but I'm just saying, looking real strong here. We don't care necessarily about the double deal chance here. We just want to see if we get an HP upgrade to heal. I'm going to use the Empress card here. You get a Tears upgrade and shot speed upgrade. And we got a movement speed upgrade as well. Secret room's gonna be to the left of here, maybe. It's hard to tell because I don't know if there's another room to the south of this one. Sun card, yeah, we might as well. Okay, yeah, secret room's not there, obviously. Chariot card. That's why I said maybe, because it was suspiciously empty below where I thought that the original secret room was going to be. But also, to be fair, it's because I didn't see, like, we got skipped ahead so far by Curse the Maze. Yeah, let's see if there's an HP upgrade in here. There's not. There is a stapler though. We can actually avoid doing this by simply getting the Fool card. I like that idea better. We do have to waste another bomb here to get in. A little bit of a misplay there, not a big deal. The damage upgrade. Let's go check out the shop and the item room before we start playing the Sack Room Shuffle. And this is the power of having a good amount of shot speed with multi-shots here. You see, just like, we don't have incredible damage, all things considered, but we do have a really, really good delivery method for our damage to get there as soon as possible. And on top of all that, the increased shot speed is also keeping things away from us at a much more reliable rate. Wow. You're just, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, the game is like, this is one of those runs where we're just going to be like, do we owe somebody something for this? Because I feel like we're going to have a bill to pay soon. That's exactly what happened the week before last. A lot of those good runs that we had. And, yeah, the prior Jasonator rating, the average Jasonator rating, yeah, why not? For last week was, like, I think like a 9.3 or something that Hinton Line said, which is absolutely insane. That is the total aggregate of how powerful the entire runs were last week. So, you know, I think that whenever we get good luck like this, I'm always ready for the other shoe to drop, because this is going to probably cost us, I have a feeling. Thank you. All right, so let's do some Sack Room shuffling here. We did pick up Chaos now, which is not necessarily the best pickup, but we'll see. We get a red heart, but there's no way we're gonna not have enough taps to get down to that. Oh! Oh, baby. And that's a free Crown of Light, so yeah. The reason why I'm not picking it up yet is because it does give us a soul heart, and there's no reason to waste those 2 soul hearts that it gives us, I think 2 soul hearts, yeah. Now it doesn't matter. Oh, mama. Look at this. Yeah, this is an absolutely insane start. It has been a while since we've seen such a great start like this. Enjoy this one, Mosh Pit. I mean, this is nuts. You can get Uncle Holy Water. Now, we may want to start thinking about getting rid of the golden hollow heart trinket. Those goblins pretty good. I'm going to wait on getting, well, it depends on if we get another Sack Room here. Because Bone Hearts are very, 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 very good for the Sack Room Shuffle, as well as having Candy Heart. So maybe I shouldn't get rid of Hollow Heart. We'll see. We need a reliable way to actually fill up these Bone Hearts, though. I definitely wouldn't mind a little bit extra movement speed. And yes, I am going to use a bomb here for half heart. We end up getting a 0.25 range upgrade. I mean, I'll take it. This is just one of those. This is one of those super like fun runs because these kind of runs are so interesting because you have an unorthodox way of gaining stats rather than just like the regular run of the mill. Like, okay, we got ourselves a damage upgrade. All right, we got tears upgrade. You know what I mean? Like we've actually another Sack Room. We've actually got like several things working in our favor to almost a suspicious degree. That was a big damage upgrade we just got there. Now, another reason why I would want to get rid of Hollow Heart is because it does stop Crown of Light from kicking in. Because if we have any red hearts that aren't filled, before we lose this last Bone Heart, of course, I'm going to go grab this and we get I think a luck upgrade. And yeah, that gave us a tears upgrade. Look at that. We got another teleport. It's going to be Immaculate Heart. Holy moly. Going to be another huge amount of HP that we just got. We get redemption there as well. Speaking of redemption. Yeah, we just get more soul hearts and good lord, man. I mean, this is like a dream run come true here. I think I am going to get rid of Hollow Heart. Again, I want to have the benefits of Crown of Light right away instead of having to fill those 2 hearts again. That's a double Tendon Rock right there. Small rock, sure. I mean, it is going to kill our movement speed, but who cares about that? Get a tears up, and we get a damage upgrade, which is going to be multiplicative because of the way that Crown of Light works. So it's just going to be even more damage on top of having Hollow Heart or Immaculate Heart as well. Yeah. If we ever run into a situation like that where we get domed right out of the gate in a new room, we can just simply use the doorstop, walk out, reset the Holy Mantle, walk back in. Essentially makes us indestructible for the room. I mean, this is great. Like this is all kinds of great. Like a Holy Water helping us out as well. The wild thing is like we almost made boss rush after all of these Sack Room shuffles we've done. We've almost still made boss rush. We don't want a Rotten Heart here. Little Steven, which we're just going to go ahead and pass on, and we've already taken the Angel deal, so it doesn't matter. So apparently my groceries are now 21 minutes away. Again? You can never trust those delivery apps, man. In fact, you shouldn't use the delivery apps in general. I say this as someone who uses delivery apps a lot. Like, yeah, it's almost considered a luxury to get your stuff delivered all the time. And it might as well be considered a luxury good for how much you spend on it. But I do think that it is kind of a rip. So my biggest thing, you all know, for those of you who've been around me, or at least know me for the last couple of years, or several years, or even a decade at this point, you'll know at one point I was a bartender. And I used to work for Tips. I used to work for Tips being a bartender. I used to do it as a waiter, and even a DJ. So I understand how the service industry works, right? I just do. But the problem that I have with delivery apps and I know that I'm not the only one who feels about this, is that you have to tip before service is rendered, and that's a big problem for me because I've had some deliveries that were just straight up stolen. I've had deliveries that were just like completely wrong, and they still make money. Like, they still get tipped on that, and I think that's absolute crap. I don't think that you should have to, I don't think customers should be forced to tip until after their service is done. Because to me, that just encourages people to be like, oh yeah, I'm still gonna get paid whatever. So there's no effort to make things correct. You know what I mean? Like, the delivery drivers don't care if they got the order right or if like a restaurant did this and then that. And you could say, I mean, the devil's advocate here would be like, well, it's not the delivery driver who's making the order. They're just picking it up and driving it. Yeah, that is true, but that it's not. To me, if I send a message to somebody and say, hey, make sure they put soy sauce, or, you know, make sure that they put the right kind of chips in there, right? And then they don't check the messages, and they don't like fulfill the request that I additional notes or whatever, answer my message, whatever, they shouldn't get tipped. They should not get tipped, especially if the order's wrong. Because then it comes, the burden of responsibility is on them, because like, hey, you were at the store and I sent you messages plenty of time in advance. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the idea of having to tip. Now, one thing I will say where I have a bigger problem with tipping on delivery is with the grocery deliveries. Those are absolute. That is a total scam. You know, getting away from like the DoorDash and Uber Eatses of the world and moving towards the delivery groceries. And you have people who, they are literally the ones who are doing the shopping for you, and they still mess up but still get paid for it. That's total. That's horse crap. You shouldn't have to pay for that. You know, the stores, they do make it right. Like, they say, hey, this delivery person totally messed up my order. Normally the stores would be like, all right, well, you gotta, you know, if you want to exchange the wrong items, you can come in, or, you know, or just do this, do that, or we'll make it right, or they send you a direct refund sometimes. And like, that's great and all, but like, it still didn't solve my problem. I needed that food today. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And like with this delivery order right now, like the time went from 20 minutes about 20 minutes ago to now 18 minutes 20 minutes ago. And it's still at 18 minutes. I'm like, okay. Like, you know, I got frozen goods, right? I was disappointed that we didn't find a sacrifice room here. I definitely would have done the lamb skip. No devil deal, no problem. Just lost. Luckily, we swallowed the doorstop. So in case we do go in the wrong way, we can just simply walk out. I just wanted to preface that rant by letting everyone know, like, look, I was in the service industry for a very long time. I was a bartender forever, the bouncer forever, I was a waiter forever. Right? So like, I understand the service industry, because that was my industry. That's what I did to stay alive. Because I had no money. I had to be nice to people I didn't necessarily like or care about to get tips. What's the difference with this job? No. I am like the best tipper. I'm the best person to wait on if you are a good waiter or waitress. I'm the worst person to wait on if you're not good at your waiter as a waiter or waitress. And I think that most people who've worked in the service industry will probably tell you the same thing. Like, we value good wait service. Like, we value a good waiter. We value a good hostess. We value a good waitress. I mean, they're like, that's the kind of stuff that like really takes a dining experience and turns it into something that is like way more enjoyable. Because you realize that that's one aspect that is a common stress complaint when you go out to eat is bad service. Like, it can ruin everything. It can ruin an entire evening, right? So you can put, or at least I put a value on that. on having a hassle-free, worry-free dinner without having to worry about, oh, they got the orders wrong, or oh, this waiter sucks, or oh, the drinks are getting kind of empty here. You know what I mean? Like that is something I'm more than happy to pay for extra on my dinner than or lunch or whatever, than trying to like skimp out on a couple extra bucks here and there. Like that to me is worth its weight in gold. But if I get bad service, I'm definitely like not the person you want to be serving. And I'm really patient. Like, I'm lenient. Like, I get it. Hey, look, sometimes the kitchen messes up. Sometimes you get overbooked for tables. You know, sometimes you're just off. You're having an off day. Like I get it. Like, if you've ever bartended or if you ever waitered before, it happens. Like, it's totally relatable. Redemption is active, by the way, so we can basically just ignore. Well, No, I'm not gonna. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna ignore Lump of Coal. You know, we can fight Old Hushy, and actually, we still get the redemption bonus anyway because technically we didn't trade any HP. Look at that, an extra damage and a half there. Oh my goodness. Jacob's freaking ladder. We get. Bloody Lust and Sagittarius. Oh my god, dude. This run is nuts. Take Sad Bombs as well. It takes a lot for me to send a dish back to the kitchen. I'm the type of person, like, if I get bad service or, like, if the kitchen screws up my meal, whatever, I'll still tip on it. I'm not going to be super happy, but, like, I'll still, like, you know, it's like, it's whatever. Not that important. If I still get fed and, you know, I still had a good time, then it's fine, whatever. I'm not going to give you the best tip in the world, but I understand. You know, crap happens. But if I get legitimately bad service, like my drink has been empty for more than like 5 to 10 minutes, I'm not happy. Like if the tip starts going down exponentially as every minute ticks by on that. If we have to ask for like more bread or something, you know, I'm not asking for like perfect servitude. I'm just saying, just like have like, you know, just do a check-in every 5 minutes. Like, hey, you guys good? You know, now obviously you don't want to check in too often either, because that can also be disruptive. But I'd rather a waitress or a waiter be overly attentive than not attentive at all to my table. Because at least if they're checking in every 5 minutes or so and they're being kind of annoyingly interrupting, but hey, yeah, I need another Sprite, or yeah, we could use some more bread over here. You know, like that to me is fine. It's better than being completely neglected by a waiter. If the kitchen gets everything just terribly wrong or whatever, like I try to figure out like, well, was it the waiter's fault or was it the kitchen's fault? Because I ordered the rainbow trout, and I got Louisiana style like chicken wings. Like there's something wrong here, you know. Someone screwed up along the way, and I don't think that's a kitchen. I don't think that's something that the kitchen would necessarily screw up, because they don't make it unless it was put on the ticket. So you probably got the wrong order for the wrong table, or you're just not good. There was I think the last time I legitimately sent a dish back because it was just bad it was an Outback Steakhouse like at this point like 3 or 4 years ago. And the crazy thing is that it wasn't even for the steak. It wasn't even for the steak being undercooked or overcooked. Like I'm super patient when it comes to like my steak doneness. Like, cause I'm not a big, oh, we got hit there, huh? I'm not a big fan of well done. But if it's like, you know, if it's, yeah, it's a funny game. If it's a little slightly overdone, it's like, well, whatever, you know. I'm not gonna be a baby about it. If it's undercooked, then I'm a little bit more discerning when it comes to what I'm gonna find accessible or acceptable. But like, if most of the steak is cooked correctly, I'll still deal with it. Like, that's the type of customer I am. Like, I'm not gonna just freak out because it's not exactly perfect the way that I want it. I have family members who are like that. I'm not one of them. But at Outback this one time, I did send the dish back because of the fries that I got. The fries, let me tell you something. These fries were colder than like a dead body in Alaska. I don't know why I got so. I was gonna say colder than a well digger's butt, because that's what like an old timey country saying is. But I didn't think people would understand what a well digger is. Because I'm pretty sure they don't dig wells anymore. If they do, anyway, it's not here. Anyway, yeah, it was these fries were expired. Like, I'm talking inedible. You know when McDonald's fries get really, really, really cold and old, and they sort of revert back to like their like potato-y form, you know, but not in a good way. That's what these fries were right out of the kitchen for my steak. The steak was somewhat warm, but not like incredibly warm. But you could tell that these fries had been sitting out from like yesterday, and were just not supposed to be served at this point. At least they shouldn't have. So I told the waitress, I was like, hey, I'm really sorry. I never ever do this, but like, these fries have got to go. Like, I've got to get a different order of fries. And she looked at them. She was like, oh wow, yeah, those are really, really bad. And that kind of irked me too, because I'm like, okay, so you saw that so you delivered these to the table, but now you recognize that they're bad, which tells me that you didn't look at them beforehand. In all the restaurants that I've worked at in my life, the waiter or waitress, you look at the plate to make sure, like, you do like almost like a quality check, right? Like, you want to make sure that A, the order's right, and B, it doesn't, like, something doesn't look off or wrong. I got knocked out of the room by the shot from Satan. That was interesting. Let's try that again, except this time let's not get knocked out the door here, right? I do love that you can just fear Satan. Stanley has no chance in this one. That kind of irked me a little bit when she said that, because I'm like, it is the wait staff's responsibility to make sure that the order is right before going out. It's not the kitchen's responsibility, at least not in any place that I've worked. And when she said like, okay, the fries are like, oh wow, like, yeah, those look pretty bad. Like, okay, well, you probably should have said something to the kitchen before you brought these out, because like, they're clearly wrong. But I didn't make a big deal out of it. I was like, it's fine, whatever. And you know, the only annoyance was that I didn't have fries to go with my steak, and I was like, I'm not waiting for the steak, because the steak is actually, it's a little bit cold, but like, it's correct, you know. So it's kind of like whatever. But you know, like, that did affect the tip a little bit, because I was kind of irked by the waitress not like recognizing, like, hey, these fries look pretty bad, guys. Like, how about let's make a fresh one. Lack of effort is what we call that. But I still tipped. Like, it did negatively affect the tip a little bit. I don't remember by how much, like $1 or $2. Like, I took a little bit off the top there, but you know, I still left the tip. If something goes wrong, and this is for anything, if something goes wrong, I don't immediately just go to like DEFCON 5 and be like, you know, oh, this is unbelievable. You should give me free stuff if I'm not leaving until I get my money. Like, there are people who are like that. Before you think I'm doing like a caricature of someone, there are legitimately people who do that. They'll grandstand on a table demanding that they get their meal free. And normally they usually get their stuff free just out of like, just for the sake of the, I was hoping for a delirium portal, just for the sake of like the manager wanting them just to be gone, because it's very disruptive and embarrassing and awkward. But I'm not like that at all. I'm just like, yeah, you know, just as long as it's fixed. Like, if it's something that I can't tolerate, then, you know, I'll just ask, hey, can I get some new fries, because these fries suck. And that's what happened. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that run. What a fantastic run that was. Definitely one of the most fun runs we've had of this year. And we ended up blowing it out of the water with that damage towards the end there. But I am going to wrap it up here because my delivery is actually now timed to be here. So it's a good time to end it. So thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button, leave a comment down below. Let me know what your restaurant experiences are. I'd love to read those kind of stories down in the comments. I hope you had a great start to your Tuesday. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Dad of Two, Nicholas Fernald, and Alex Meyer. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.